What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We have our very first College Football 25 title update. Although this update doesn't have a whole lot of specific gameplay bug fixes in it, it looks like they're trying to take care of a few of the obvious bugs right away. So the first thing they shared was that EA acknowledged that there's a lot of roster and likeness issues right now in CFB 25. So there's certainly a lot of players in this game. I'll just use Joe Burrow in Ultimate Team for an example. Like, no joke, he's coming out with both arms have turf tape on it, and he looks like a damn linebacker. But they want you to know that, yes, as we get closer to the season, and even when the season starts, they are going to be updating not only how these players look to try to match their likeness as close as possible, but the overalls of all of these players will be adjusted as we approach the new season and even when the season kicks off. And as far as Dynasty mode, one of the biggest things that needed to be adjusted was the Super Sim logic. You know, we're seeing people finish their seasons and teams that are normally in the top 10, they got like 5 or 6 losses. And the Super Sim logic just makes absolutely no sense right now. It says here that we have been looking into tuning Super Sim logic, including FCS schools, potentially creating more upsets than intended. It says here that this was tweaked and they are going to continue to internally test their logic until they get it right. Hey, shout out to EA for the communication. I love to see that. And some of you guys have had issues adding additional teams to the Pac-12 conference, because when you do that, the schedules do not generate as they're supposed to, you know, playing against teams that are in your conference. So that's another bug that they're going to be fixing. Occasionally, when a recruit reaches their top 5 stage, it will not display that the recruit is ready to visit, despite meeting all of the requirements. That is certainly a big deal and absolutely can make or break a recruit when playing this game. So I'm really happy to see that they're going to be fixing that. And another bug here is there's been an issue with some players' jersey numbers and or overalls changing when editing certain players' gear. So if you're going in and you're changing how a player looks, which I have done that to one of my corners, and his number changed, and I was like, all right, that's kind of weird. I am assuming that these updates will be able to go into your Dynasty that you're using right now, even if it's an already existing one. Otherwise, I think they would put that plastered everywhere that, hey, sorry, gonna have to make a new one. All right, then with Team Builder, I know a lot of you guys had issues with Team Builder. Rather it was the website not working, or maybe it's the field doesn't look like what you created online. The only couple of fixes that they're coming out with for this update, the Play Now cleats are already defaulted to Adidas, regardless of like what brand you picked. So obviously if you picked Nike, you're going to be playing with Nike cleats right away. And then the second custom image layer not appearing on the field, which they say there is a workaround. All you got to do is add the second layer, select the generic image, and then reselect your custom image. But I mean, not everyone's gonna think to do that. So not a whole lot there from Team Builder. And as far as like just the general game itself, there's an audio fix for incorrect commentary when playing your first game of the season Dynasty at Utah. That's a very specific problem. You know, kind of surprised that like that's what they're choosing to get fixed right away. And then Florida State's War Chant and Tennessee's Rocky Top are not audible when playing on the Xbox Series S. Now that I could understand. And then the last part is just these logos here. Some of the teams and conferences just have incorrect logos. I'm not really sure what that means, like where at, like rather it's on their uniforms, stadium, where at in the stadium. They don't really specify. But Stanford, UMass, Western Michigan, Jacksonville State, FIU, New Mexico, the SEC, Conference USA, and the Sun Belt, UTEP and Wyoming display the incorrect athletic branding on their equipment in Dynasty mode. So yeah, guys, for the first update, not a whole lot there. Majority of the stuff I feel like was in Dynasty mode. They want to make sure they get the Super Sim logic correct, especially when we can't even go in and play the games going on around the country, which is a damn shame, because imagine we get to the playoffs. Yeah, I'd like to play all the other matchups going on. Maybe we flip a coin and have you guys help me pick what team to use in one of those games. But unfortunately, right now, all we can play is our team, which I understand. You know, it's our Dynasty mode, but at the same time, I mean, we could do it in NCAA 14. Sorry. So that with fixing a couple of recruiting things and then really focusing in on the player's likeness, which to me is very important. Yeah, just wanted to give you guys a scoop on what the latest update is for College Football 25. If you guys have any questions, drop them down below. Or if there's something that you notice that you hope gets fixed, drop it down and let's talk about it. I'll be back real soon with more college football 25 content. So until then, have a good day and I'll catch y'all later.